Yo, what is up, guys? Evolutionary EVs here, back again with another video. It's been a long time actually since I've done a Stalker Spirits video for you guys, but I'm finally back, back once again with another video. I don't know, I might be doing these periodically until I figure out what we're going to do here for a second. I might go back into doing what I used to do, where I used to record my matches when I'm climbing the Galaxy League. But today's video is going to be on yeah, I almost stumbled over my words there. But today's YouTube video is going to be on doing the Spirit Stones and, how to get them, my advice and everything. Because Spirit Stones are definitely a kind of weird topic to talk about because it's not one set Spirit Stone for every player in the game. You kind of have to experiment with it and all good stuff. But starting off, we're just going to talk about farming the resources you're going to need for Spirit Stones. Now, the only resource you're going to need for Spirit Stones, as of right now, is going to be gold. Now, in the beginning of the game, you guys actually got lucky, because they gave you a lot of the Spirit Stones that are actually pretty good. You actually get to choose for a couple of them. I mean, I don't know personally. I think it's randomized. If I last remember, it's kind of randomized what stones they give you. But they do give you legendary stones and everything like that, so you guys do get to choose. So if you are new to the game, welcome to Stalker Spirits. You're in for a ride, but other than that, I've made 2 other guides that if you guys want to look at that, I'll put those in the description below. But when it comes to Spirit Stones, you can find them all sorts of places. The main place I find mine are through the not the Spirit Stone. What the hell? Why did I click that? The Scout mostly is where I find majority of my Spirit Stones. At least the unique Spirit Stones anyway. The regular ones I don't really go after in here. In fact, I wouldn't recommend it because it's not worth it for a majority of them. And another thing when it comes to Spirit Stones, me personally, I would usually kill off, like, unless they don't have this gold plating around them. And I'll tell you the reason why. Get rid of them. And that's just me. Like, if you have 2 and 3 stars like this, just get rid of them. Because they're going to be pretty much useless and they're not going to be that good. Always keep the ones that have the gold ring around it, no matter what they are. As long as they're at least a 4-star. 3-star ones and below is kind of trash. But if you only have those, then go ahead and use them until you can get some really good ones. But another good place to find Spirit Stones, but me personally, I also wouldn't recommend this, is the story mode. The story mode is pretty good for getting Spirit Stones early on, but I'm pretty sure with the Spirit Stones that you get in the beginning of the game, you wouldn't have to really worry about that because they give you really, really good ones. In fact, if you look on forums or you look on anywhere, there's actually a lot of good advice when it comes to putting Spirit Stones on there, but it's all pretty much an experiment. At the end of the day, you don't know which stone's going to do what on each player. There are some pretty good guides out there when it comes to team building, and I can probably make a video on that later on. In fact, I kind of went a little bit into it when it came to building your team up when you first start the game, but for intermediate to end game players, I might start making videos for that. Who knows? But last but not least, another good way to get some Spirit Stones are your management. There are certain players that give you good Spirit Stones, though it is rare sometimes to get them. Like, for instance, this character right here, Mariniko, I don't know if I said that right at all. She gives you a 1 through 4 Spirit Stone, and also she also gets increased chance of getting gatekeepers from the scout by 5%, which may not seem like much, but hey, if you get some gatekeepers in the freaking thing, it's better than nothing. I still need to power her up, as a matter of fact, because she's really, really good for getting, your Litteries, your Kumas, your, the basic ones that you need, Beelzebub, all that good stuff. So there are certain, what do you call it, certain, why can't I talk today? I swear. I don't know what's up with me today. It's probably because it's been a long time since I recorded, but, oh, jeez, man. But basically what I'm saying is there are certain, managers that can get you some really good stuff in the scouts and can also help out with getting, more than just Spirit Stones, but also, gatekeepers as well. But when it comes to Spirit, now we're gonna, I swear, bro, I cannot, I can't do this right now, bruh. But when it comes to like powering up Spirit Stones and everything like that, me personally, I would, before I pop any of the Spirit Stones, especially if you're early game, you don't have a lot of money and everything like that, I would try and figure out what your team is gonna be like beforehand, and then after that, try and find the purpose of each one. For instance, let's use my team for example. So my striker, she's mostly going to be doing all the damage. She's going to be trying to be able to knock out the goalkeeper. So the Spirit Stones I have on her are all damage related or dribble related to increase their damage. So, you know, you got increasing dribble by 30, which also increases the damage that my goalkeeper is going to be doing. My legendary unique spirit stone, which is Ancient Dragon's Bloom plus Wind Caller, is basically going to be doing a lot of penetration power, which is really good, so that you'll be able to, you know, be doing a lot of damage. And then of course we're also running 2 damage Scorching Infernos, which do 22% crit damage, and then increasing damage inflicted on the target by 14, so not bad there. And then of course you got the substats, which you can't control, I might add. There's a way to change the substats on these, which is using the redistribute tickets, but there's not like a key way to actually getting these. And the only other way to do it is by using your dimension stones, which in my opinion isn't worth it. I'd rather just keep the substats that it gives me. Now moving on to my rest of my front line, we've got Yang He, of course. Yang He is kind of partnered up with Elaine when it comes to keeping my ball at the front line, or at least attempting to, because Yang He is going to be basically buffing my front line by 130 attack power and pass effect. And then you got Elaine, which can use her skill if I even need to, you know, basically target the goalkeeper and increase inflicted damage by 30 and decrease the defense of 20 by the target for 10 minutes, which isn't long, but if I can keep the ball up in front and be able to get a lot of shots off, then she basically is going to be there. Now the Spirit Stones I have running on these two are basically ones that nerf the opponents or move fast. Like for instance, Yangi, we have Endlessly Burning Matter on it, which decreases the crit rate of enemies by 12 and increases incoming damage of the enemies currently in the assigned position by 12. So basically it's like nerfing the opponent and increasing the damage that we do in the front line. We also got, of course, Steel Stones. These are going to be the stuff that you want to do, that when you shoot, if you don't knock out the goalkeeper, then when you go to steal the ball, you know, be able to do that. And of course we got damage stones to make sure that we're able to do the damage to be able to steal stones and sometimes even kill off one of the players in the back line. And then we also got max HP by 120 and cool up defense. So cool up defense is also really useful, because when the opponent tries to burst through my mid line, if they ever do my front line, then what will happen is Elaine or Yonggi will team up and they'll have to go through 2 players. And sometimes it'll work when it'll stop them, sometimes it won't. Of course, the co-op is only by 10. And then, of course, you got Elaine. My build I have for her is basically, you know, Ignition Catalyst to make sure that she moves first. You know, increasing pass effect by the allies in the assigned position by 20, so that's going to help with Melissa. And then, on top of that, we also got, you know, pass stones to increase our spirit. Or, in this case, you know, increase reflexes to be able to steal the ball back. You know, we also got some pretty decent substats here. And then, of course, we got another Steel Stone here. So, basically same thing as Yonggi, but she's more of a passer, because we're not going to be using her skill right away. And then, of course, we got Melissa. She's going to be our main passer. She's an assister. So, she's going to be the one, you know, doing the main crazy freaking 4K, sometimes 5K passes to your striker, so that your striker will be able to do big damage. So, we got, of course, you know, Ampo of Canoe on her with pass effect, and then increasing crit rate of allies within the position by 10%. And then you've also got, you know, double defusing Inferno for some more spirit generation. And then we also gave her a reflex stone to be able to counterattack the ball and be able to get the ball back. And she also got pass on that as a substat, which is not bad at all. You know, we got dribble also, but that's just really not that much. Basically, what you want to do is, and this is just from me just telling you what all these characters do. So you want to find your players, you know, find what they do the best, and then put the Spirit Stones accordingly that kind of support that. And then also there are some Spirit Stones, like I was showing you earlier, that buff your team more than just the player that you put them on. Like for instance, the stone I was just showing you earlier, this stone right here, you know, sure increases her pass effect by 35, but it also is increasing crit rate of the allies in the position by 10. So not only so you get a big power pass because of the unique spirit stone, but it also increases the, you know, crit rate of all these players who are going to be in my front line. And then, you know, of course you got this spirit stone here, which is going to be able to, you know, decrease crit rate by my opponent's side, and then increase incoming damage the opponents will take by 12, which is really good. And then of course you also got this right here, so you got, you know, Ignition Catalyst, really good spirit stone for whatever player you put it on. It's pretty much going to move first. And then that's going to increase the pass effect by the allies currently positioned by 20%. Not bad at all either, because that's also going to increase the pass effect of all these players. This one's not gonna matter this much. Char's not a passer, but you know, Young Hee, you know, you got Elaine, she's a pretty good, decent passer. You know, Melissa, she's gonna be basically doing all the passing. You know, it just bumps that. So you want to kind of make a combination of players and spirit stones in the front that can help buff each other up and be able to do that kind of stuff. But of course, like I said, no spirit stone fits for like one player, so you gotta kind of experiment and all that stuff. Now, when it comes to powering up spirit stones, there's a key way that I usually do this, and it's usually I go ahead and take one spirit stone, I power it up all the way, and then I kind of try and see if I can farm these. Now, they kind of give these out randomly, so sometimes you won't be able to do so. So in my opinion, I'd wait. And this is like when you're trying to get, you know, unique spirit stones. Legendary unique spirit stones are a whole nother topic on their own, because you gotta have to use, you know, the base one, and then you're gonna have to use, you know, 4 other unique stones in order to get at least one of their substats, which is kind of hard to do unless you put all 4 of the same one down there. But you know what I mean. But and that's what I'm working on right now, honestly. But that's a whole other thing. But when it comes to just unique spirit stones, it's pretty easy to do them now, because they always usually give out these, and when you do give them out, then you basically just put one in there, and then boom, boom, boom. Now, there is another way you can do this, which is, of course, getting 5 spirit stones to 15 plus. And me personally, if you're gonna do that, then I'd recommend using one of these with a gold barrier around it, and then use the rest of them that don't have a gold barrier around it. And it won't really matter which, because the middle one is what stone you're gonna get. So if you put an Ardor one in the middle, you know, you're gonna get an Ardor unique legend stare. Yeah, you're gonna get an Ardor unique stone. You're gonna get an Ardor. I don't know why I want to say Ardor legendary unique stones so much. I don't know why, but it's probably because I've been talking about legendary unique stones a lot recently with a couple of people been playing this game. But you'll basically know whatever attribute you put right here is gonna be what the unique stone you're gonna get. So in my opinion, just put whatever attribute you want, depending on the player that you're using there. And then after that, go ahead and just use up these ones. These are the ones right here that I was talking about earlier, that don't have a gold ring around them, that just have the dots. These ones are pretty much useless in my opinion. You could just get rid of them. They're really easy to get. They kind of give them to you in the game throughout the story mode and all sorts of stuff. But you want to use those so that you can be able to, you know, get your unique stone. Now, another thing you can do also, and this is if your team is already really formulated, is to use 4 of these same spirit stones. So let's say you use 4 Ardor stones. Like, let me see. Let's say I use this, 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 and this, and this. Then since they're all Ardor, you get to get 2 choices of a spirit stone that you want. That's unique. So it kind of gives you double the choice. But that's if you have the spirit stones that you want and you're not like kind of struggling for that kind of thing. Now, when it comes to also powering them up, a good way to be able to do that, when it comes to money anyway, because it does cost a lot of money to do these sometimes, is go during the weekends and just do the gold matches. Make sure to do the gold matches a lot. Like the Saturday gold match. Well, today's Friday, but they call it the Saturday gold match. I don't know why. But, you know, basically what I'm saying is make sure you just do these gold matches. They've been giving out a lot of, you know, ST a lot recently. Like, a lot of it. They gave me so much, and I haven't played this game in, like, maybe a couple of days. And I didn't see this coming at all. It's like, oh, okay, now I'm going to be farming money for the next couple of days now. But make sure you do the gold matches. And if you can't do the gold matches and you have extra crystals, then go ahead and then go to the crystal store. And if you have more than enough crystals or you don't need to buy any more players, then you can go ahead and, you know, just get a lot of gold by just doing this. Me personally, I don't need to because I have plenty of gold and it's really easy to farm that one area. You don't really need a legend team to do it because it's really easy to do. In fact, I can just show you a demonstration of what it looks like for those of you who haven't done this yet. It's really, really easy. Just select whatever player that you need, and boom. The team that you go against isn't that strong. They're mostly level 60s, not even evolved. So you can kind of just run through them really fast. And it also helps out if you have a gold booster too, because if you have a gold booster, you can get ×2 of the gold that you're going to be getting out of this. And the best part about it is they give you an option to put it on auto. So if you want to do anything else, then you can just have it sit on auto and it'll just go by itself for a certain amount of time. And then boom. But other than that, this is pretty much what the match looks like. It's not that hard. In fact, I think I can knock out the goalkeeper just by using my, yeah. No, never mind. It used to be where I could knock out the goalkeeper by using my middle player, but it doesn't matter either way. He's not going to be able to get through my midline. Alright, look at this. Young, he's going to just steal the ball. And then we're just going to, you know, go over here. Pass to Melissa. And then we're going to go here, pass. You know, get a decent pass off, and boom. Not that hard. And if you have it sit on auto mode, then you can get a lot of gold by doing this. And on top of that, be able to do other stuff if you have anything else you want to do. So really, really good gold match to farm. There's also another gold match tomorrow that they do on Saturday that gives you a lot of gold by going against, I forgot the name of her is. It's the other day. It's the light goalkeeper. I can't remember her name. For some reason, her name is hardest to remember. I can remember all of them but hers. But yeah, that's pretty much the gold match. Another decent way to get some money. We just went up to, you know, 2,900,000 with that. But another way to also get some good stones, and I was talking about this earlier, is the scout. Me personally, you can find a lot of legendary unique stones here by going through here. It's kind of a luck thing if you find a legendary stone here, but I mean, not legendary. Why do I keep saying legendary? I meant unique stone. Gosh dang it. I'm getting tongue-tied over here. You'll also find some decent managers and players here, but other than that, that's pretty much it for when it comes to spirit stones. You know, there's not that much to it. It's more like a lot of testing, trying to be able to get your players the way you want them to be, to fulfill whatever role that you want them to be. And that's the thing I like about Soccer Spirits. There's just so much strategy and stuff you can put into the game. And it's not just all one trick pony. There are, of course, you know, there is a meta, but you know, you can break the meta by just with all these newer players that you got coming out. But other than that, that's pretty much it for the guide on spirit stones. Of course, if there are any veterans of this game who find this video and have their own comments to put down below, then they can go ahead and do so. I'm kind of a novice when it comes to spirit stones, even though of course my team doesn't look that way. I'm still kind of a novice. I play for fun. I'm not more of a meta person, but this is kind of just to help out the newer players who want to go into this game. But without further ado, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and this is going to be the Evolutionary EV signing off. I'll see you guys later. I hope you all have a good 4th of July, because that's tomorrow. So I'll see you guys later. Peace out.